What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I know you guys are probably shocked to see this. Um, their profile for Sakuyamon. Yeah, I am rocking Sakuyamon for this video, and it's basically just an update to my old one. Nothing short or fancy. Just basically gonna just be 100% honest with things. I bought another structure deck because I needed a few more cards from it. Not a lot of them, just a few. Testing a couple of things. Some things are working, some aren't. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm going to basically keep a large portion of how my deck is running to fit things, but I still think it's still the better option of things that I'm running that I currently need. Not saying that you have to run it because I constantly say this in my videos, but it always gets ignored. Whatever I run, you don't have to run. If you want to run your own, then you're more than perfect too. It's your choice. So I'm just basically running what I have. I will say, however, it is very expensive to find. It was very hard to find these decks, but then when I found them cheaper than what I bought them for, I was really pissed because I literally spent $80 for two, where I could have just spent 60 plus the tax, which probably would have been less than 70. But even then, still, it was just a hot mess. But I've talked about that in a separate video. Anyway, I'm gonna go through this deck quick, fast, in a hurry, and there really shouldn't be any real legitimate questions because, like I said, it's just how I'm building the deck. You don't have to play it the way I'm playing it, and I'm sure whatever locals or events you're going to, you'll probably find a deck that suits you better. So, all right, let's go ahead and go into it. 4 copies of Vixmon from BT from ST22, and then I do have my Ukano Mitama tokens and 2 copies of my Pipe Fox tokens. I am looking for 2 more of these, but I just don't want to. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me move these up a bit. Sorry, I'm still trying to get everything situated with my setup. Also, new light. So yeah, these are my tokens. I'm looking for 2 more of each of these if anyone has extra. They'll probably cost a pretty penny online. So now going to the main deck itself, let's start off with the level 3s. I'm running 4 copies of Renamon from from BT17, the 2 copies of Renamon from EX2, and the 2 copies of the starter deck 22's Renamon. From there, I am running 4 copies of Kyubimon from the starter deck and 4 copies of BT19's Kyubimon. Then from there, I'm running 4 copies of Taomon from ST22, 3 copies of Taomon from BT17, and 1 copy of Taomon Ace from BT19. From there, I'm running the 2 copies of course, Sakuyamon Ace from ST22, the 2 copies of Sakuyamon Miko Mode from ST22, and the 2 copies of Sakuyamon X from from EX9. It's not EX8, EX8. So that's it. That's all my Digimon. Then I'm going to move these over so then I can go into my tamers and my option cards, which are simply 2 copies of BT19's Rika, 2 copies of EX2's Rika, 2 copies of ST22's Rika, and then the option cards of 4 copies of Amethyst Mandala, 2 offensive plug-in V, 2 defensive plug-in Fs, 2 high-speed plug-in H's, and then 4 copies of physical training. So that's literally it for all the cards that I'm running in the deck. 50 in the main, the 4 cards for the Digitama, and then the other cards are simply just the tokens. And like I said, I am just running this based off of what I'm playing, what I needed from the deck, and then just overall my own consensus of it. So you do not have to run what I'm running in it, which is perfectly fine. But like I said in my previous video, like I've been saying online, I really did not need much from this structure deck. I just needed enough of the cards to enhance everything that I had. I don't really particularly think I need any more of the older cards or plugins because a lot of them Still can be used, but it's just going to be really hard because a lot of the newer stuff kind of says if it's not in the trait of the card, then you can't use it. Or you can't really much for search for it. So you do have to like rely on the older cards to help it out too. It's a very big mishmash of things. But I'm sure once we get more support, like we already said to Kuzuhamon in the next set, as well as the Chaosmon that's coming out as well, will definitely be a good addition to it. But it all really just depends on how everybody wants to play it. But I'm not too really big or wanting to run into Digimon for 2026 at this current time, because there's still a lot of things that I want to see fleshed out first before we just start, before I start running into things. It's kind of just how I keep up with stuff. Same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I got a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Content I got to start going over too. But yeah, that's pretty much just it for this art profile. I didn't want to keep it too long or keep it too short. I mean, make it too long, make it too short. It's just simple, basic, on to the point. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. I will keep you guys informed of what things are going on. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Socials are there in the description box below. And so, I'll just catch you on next time. HJ signing out. Take care.